Nice to see you. Now, guys, I know, you know, when you kind of been around a while and you kind of think to yourself, oh, I'd like a change of scene. What about living abroad? Do you ever consider that?
I'd like a house abroad. Anthony's just got a place over in Spain, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, fantastic it is.
Does that appeal to you?
Yeah, I mean, luckily with the cruise ships and stuff, the restaurants on there, I travel to the Caribbean quite a lot.
Yeah.
So the Caribbean
that gives you a bit of a change of
fabulous
scene.
place, isn't it?
Can't commute on a boat to the Caribbean.
Not really,
you?
that's a bit far.
What do you think?
Long.
You'd like to have somewhere?
I'd love to. I can't afford it, mate.
Yeah? But in time, mate, who knows?
Yeah, I'll retire there, I think. But it's got to be somewhere close. Just a couple of hours, 2.5 hours maximum, where you can get there, get back, and the sun's got to shine when you get there.
I know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lady who originally lived in America for the best part of 18 years. But I'm sure she's happy to be here. Or is she? Let's find out more as you welcome from Somerset, Siobhan Waterhouse. Welcome, my darling. You look lovely. Fantastic. Hello, Tony.
You, Toby?
18 years in the US.
I did, yes.
So, what brought you over here then, darling?
Love.
Was it really? Oh, well, that's only the best type of love. Good British boy, then?
Good British boy, yeah.
Yeah, still married to him?
Still married, yeah.
That says a lot, though, doesn't it? How many years now?
I've been married for 11 years.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, two children.
Lovely. Two children?
2 children.
That's kind of nice. How old are they?
Yeah, they are 10 and 6.
Wow, and I'm sure you cook lots of lovely food for them,
I
don't you?
do, I do.
OK, let's have a look what type of shopper she is, though, ladies and gentlemen. This will tell us a lot, won't it, eh,
It will.
Oh, let's give that a good old shake. Ah, now, what have we brought along here, then?
OK. Well, I bought my main ingredient was crab because I absolutely adore it, but nobody in my family eats it, so I decided to indulge myself today. That's my favourite.
And rightly so. I think it's a fantastic product, don't you?
Yeah.
OK, and you've also got...
A pineapple's my favourite fruit, so I decided to bring that. And I bought some mushrooms because I absolutely love mushrooms. And the rest is just to accompany.
Absolutely, spring onions with your shiitakes. We've also got some chopped tomatoes and a bag of long grain rice.
Yeah.
More importantly, Siobhan, how much did you spend?
I spent £5 and 5 pence.
Well, I'm not going to worry about that £5.
Yep.
You can never tell what you're going to get when you
No,
buy
you
crab.
can't.
You know,
No, you
sometimes the weight can just go a little bit over. What do you think, Chef? You happy with that?
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Fabulous. Oh, dear. That means he's going to cook you a wonderful dish. About to meet your best mate.
You are.
And this is someone you met when you came over here, yeah?
Yep, she's 10 years younger than me, so, but yeah, it's like a little sister to me.
Little sister. Oh, isn't that sweet? She's from Bath. Her name is Kim Stevens. Lovely to see you. Great belt.
Hello, Tim.
Now,
Yes.
how you doing then?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, good. Welcome to the programme. And does it matter that there's an age gap sometimes after a period of time, does it? Do you feel like you're her little sister, or do you feel like you're the
Absolutely.
best of mates?
Both, really.
Yeah?
Yeah, value her opinion very much and look up to her, but
Yeah.
yes.
And you go out shopping together and get up to
Yes.
all sorts of things.
Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
they love a bit of retail therapy, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let you know how much in a little while. But first, let's have a look what you brought along, Kim.
Let's have a look.
A bit of a shake. We don't mind
Yeah.
shaking it together. That's it. Now, tell us what you brought along then.
Brought some rump steak because I eat a lot of steak, but tend to just grill it and do simple things. I'd like to learn. Have a few more
most
ideas
people
with
do,
it.
don't they? Yeah, absolutely.
Brie, just because it's my favourite cheese, really. And cashews. I've started eating more nuts rather than snacking on crisps all the time, so I want to be able to use those as part of a recipe.
Absolutely, and come up with one or two ideas.
Yeah,
and of course, you've got
absolutely.
the Desiree potato, courgette, and pepper.
Yeah.
How much did you spend?
It was $4.97.
Yeah, brilliant. What do you think, James?
Steak and chips, mate. That's
I
what I'm thinking.
know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Straight away, steak and chips with a bit of brie slapped on top. Yeah, can't beat it. I think you've won over our chef. And has he won you over?
Absolutely.
Oh, dear, he might whisk you off your feet. OK, have a bit of a think about your food and let's find out what Siobhan's going to be getting from Tony.
OK. I absolutely love white crab meat, so we're going to do take the white meat out of this, and we're going to do a nice salad mixed with the rice with some chilli and spring onions and some little pineapple in there, kind of nice and citrusy salad.
good.
We're going to with the brown meat, which I'm not really a fan of. We'll turn that into a soup, like a bisque. So you've got a crab bisque there, and we'll use some of the tomatoes in that. We'll also mix a little bit of brown and white meat together, and maybe some crumbs, make some crab cakes with a spicy tomato sauce. I think we'll just do garlic mushrooms on toast with the mushrooms, and then we'll caramelise some pineapple, the rest of the pineapple up, and make some rice pudding to go with it.
Wow.
Sound good?
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and all in 20 minutes. We'll have to wait, though. We're not starting just yet because Kimmy's about to be enticed by our chef here,
Well, I had in mind steak and chips, but I think we'll do gratin dauphinoise, that classic French dish, but we'll top it with the brie. Normally different cheese on the top, but we'll do that with garlic, onions. We'll do that with a peppered steak. Slow roasted courgettes we'll do with lemon and chilli and fresh thyme. Slow roasted off. I think we'll do a stir fry with a little bit of the steak, with obviously the red pepper and this. I think and a little bit of egg fried rice, if I can nick a little bit of his rice there. And then we'll put some cashew nuts through that, and I think we'll do a cashew nut chocolate and orange pud.
Well, that sounds rubbish, doesn't it?
Rubbish.
Yeah, absolutely rubbish. It sounds rubbish until we see it. Oh,
Yeah.
Kim's absolutely delighted. So's her friend Siobhan. But how will our chefs fare in 20 minutes? Let's find out. As I say, ready, steady, cook. We're up and away, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need to tell you that crab cakes are on the menu today. Not only that, we're going to have a delicious salad that's combined with crab, the rice. He's going to put a little flecks of tomato in there, some spring onions, and a little bit of pineapple too, to add a little bit of a balance of sweetness there, getting the textures right there. Going to be very, very interesting. We've got a crab bisque, we've got some caramelised pineapple sitting on top of some beautiful creamy rice pudding. Over here, peppered steak, and that's going to be accompanied by a rather nice sort of potato with a, was that dauphinoise?
Dauphinoise, classic
Dauphinoise
French dish,
potatoes, absolutely lovely. And we're going to show you how you can knock that up in the minimum of time. And we're going to put a little bit of brie on top of that. Courgette with a bit of thyme, lemon juice, all salted off. And we've got the nuts, which is going to go into a rather nice classic chocolate dessert. And we're going to have some stir-fried beef with peppers, onion, courgettes, and the cashew nuts. And maybe, if Tony's generous, he'll give him a little bit of rice. Is there any rice left?
Yes.
Chef? There you go. All right, then. Here we are, Chef. Just a little bit of rice. That enough there for you? Hey?
Sorry, I forgot. I did forget.
Do you want to give
Does
me
he
a
want
little
some
bit
of that?
of
Yeah. Go on. 'Cause he'll never forgive me.
He'll never forgive you, will he, Chef? There you go. Do you want a bit of that in there?
Yes, please, thank you.
Yeah, there. We don't normally allow this, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't give you any more. You've got some of that in there. He's going to make something. Maybe you can take a spoonful out of the other one, Chef. That's OK. Just the idea, James. That's what we're looking for. OK, now we've got the... beautiful, beautiful. We've just got rice cooking down and a little bit of milk because he's going to be creating that rice pudding. But first, let's talk about crab. It's something that often we see in sort of people buy crab sticks and stuff like that. Some people are against it, some people like it, but you really can't beat fresh crab, guys. And if you go out and you're going to buy it, you know, you want to pick up one. Make sure it's kind of heavy. If it feels a little bit heavy, you're going to get your money's worth there in your hand. That's what I mean about it, because sometimes it's just very sort of shelly and stuff like that, or they sell them on the size. Oh, look at that, Tony. I just had to pull that out to show you there. There you are. Do you want all that meat off?
What I want is I want the white meat separated.
OK.
From the brown. See, there's not very much white meat here.
And why don't you like the brown? Is it the texture that's not particularly something that
it's going to sound really silly now, but it's very, very fishy.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of fish that tastes fishy.
Oh, what?
If that makes sense at all.
It does. It does. I can understand what you mean. If it's too fishy, a lot of people get put off by it. I actually love both of them, brown and white crab meat. OK.
So there's lots of brown meat here. Look.
That's a lot more brown meat than normal there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Because normally you just get the brown meats in the little sort of corners there.
So what I'll do with the brown meat, some of it I'll turn into my soup.
Yeah.
And the rest I'll attempt put some crumbs in it, see if we can dry it out a little bit using breadcrumbs.
OK.
And some spices and stuff, and we'll make some crab cakes.
And do you want to wash that out?
I'm going to wash that out and use it to serve. Yeah,
OK then,
great.
lovely. Just pop that under there. And it's kind of nice using that as a little vessel. Yeah, did you eat a lot of crab when you were in New England then, in the States?
I grew up eating crab and
Oh,
lobster.
wow.
I miss it.
And I bet you miss all that lovely sort of mountain air and all that
do.
lovely... And how far away was the ocean?
About 20 minutes. Not
Really?
far, yep. 20
Yeah.
minutes to the mountains and 20 minutes to the ocean.
Wow.
Right.
So we're exactly in New Hampshire then? 'Cause it's so big, isn't it?
Right, I lived in a big city called Manchester.
Yeah.
So,
Manchester. Everyone thinks you're talking up the
does,
road,
I
don't you? Hey? Start talking about all the reds up there and stuff like that. OK, my love, we'll talk again. Now, let's find out what the chef's going to be doing. Salting off the spring onions,
Just
Chef.
a little
Any
bit. Going to
particular
sweat that off with a little bit of chilli, and this is to start my bisque.
Yeah.
Going, a little bit of chilli going in there.
OK.
Onion, maybe a little bit of garlic.
Yeah. And what about bisque? What's the word bisque? Where's that come from?
That's a French word, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's normally a soup made from crustaceans or shellfish.
So you can have a lobster bisque, you can have a crab bisque, anything with a shellfish, basically.
Exactly.
OK.
And it's blitzed out, it's pureed, so it's smooth.
Lovely.
So we'll blitz it all at the end. A little bit of garlic in there.
Lovely. All right, mate, I'll come back and see you.
Yes,
all right,
thank
4
you.
minutes gone now. Let's find out what James is doing. Already I see a kind of a peanutty sort of chocolate sponge.
That's
cake
cashew
made.
nut and orange cake.
And what's the mixture in there, Chef?
4 ounces of flour, 4 ounces self-raising flour, 4 ounces of butter, 4 ounces of sugar, 2 eggs, a little bit of baking powder, touch of milk, done.
OK, in the oven and let that bake for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Right, do you know how to use this thing or not?
Let's have a look what else we've got going
Right,
here.
this mandolin, you need to be quite careful with this. Keep your fingers out of the way.
All right.
Well, in fact, what I'm going to do for you here... Sorry, pulling you one side there.
That's all right.
Kim, just take this cloth out here.
So we need to slice all these potatoes if possible.
Okey-doke. Yeah.
They're nice and thin.
And what about the old Desiree potatoes? Do you prefer it to other varieties, Chef? Or
Yeah, I
it
mean,
doesn't really bother you?
in the time that we got, I mean, any potato really. I mean, ideally some are best for baking or whatever. King Edward's, Marriage Papers, whatever you want to use
On the
really.
top
But
there like that.
time
Just
won't allow
roll
it on
down
this
very
show.
slowly,
So,
OK? You're in control all the time. All right, my darling, thank you
we're
very
sticking
much.
them in. So Dauphinoise potatoes, really simple. Garlic is the main thing. Garlic, cream and milk we've got in there.
And it's imperative to use double cream here because the single cream will split under the oils. OK, guys, so, you know, really, yes, I know it is a little bit more expensive, but if you want to do it this sort of
But it's
quick way...
half cream and half milk. Garlic goes in. Now, normally this is a lot longer, slowly baked in the oven. Classically, it's done very, very slowly in the oven. But again, we haven't got time today. But this one, really, really simple. So once you slice them all straight into there.
OK, then. Now, just grab hold of it like that. There you go.
Great.
And just separate it, because you've got all that starch and stuff in there. Just pop them in there like that, OK?
Okay,
Then we need some chilli flakes.
All right, Chef, bit of chilli flake, yeah. And anything else whilst I'm here?
A little bit of fresh thyme chopped up.
There you
could
go.
do that
You can
as
pop a
well.
little bit of that in there, just a
That'd be great.
sprinkle of that.
Okay.
So chilli flakes don't go in there.
Are these all...
And what's the idea of the Dauphinoise then,
these all
Chef? We're
going in
talking
here, the
about the...
potatoes?
Dauphinoise will be normally slowly baked in the oven with onions, which I'm going to slice off in a
and
minute.
it soaks up all that lovely creamy garlic flavour,
That's the
doesn't
one.
it?
So the type of the potato is quite important. You get away with baking potatoes really if you're not too sure. It'll be all right. But this one,
Sprinkle that
what we're going to do is
Yeah.
so the fresh thyme goes a little bit into your potato dish, and then the rest of it can go into these courgettes.
OK. That's lovely. That's fine. There you go. And we'll put that all in there like that, and that will just all boil up there.
So the onions go in as well.
There you go.
Salt and pepper can go in.
There you go. Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Hey, have you ever cooked like this before, then?
Not quite as quickly.
Not quite as quickly. Not with a 6'4" black man saying, put that in there. Bit more pepper, love. Bit more pepper.
All right.
So chili roasted courgettes, really simple. A little bit of lime, a little bit of lemon. We're going to pop in there.
OK,
Chili, fresh thyme.
13 minutes.
Which you've got in there. Really simple. Nice little dish that with a little bit of lemon. That's going to go with our simple steak.
Yeah, that'll be great, and that will all sort of cook down. Be careful, that handle's getting a tad hot,
Okay,
OK?
yeah.
There we are, so you want to hold that.
Lead on. Lovely.
we
Rice is cooking away nicely. Right. Next.
OK then, Chef, yeah,
And then
I'll just
get ready
see.
for our stir fry now. So
All
all
right.
this sort of stuff you can cut into ribbons if you want. How are you doing that?
OK, that's all sort of cooking down there. All right, now tell me about this stir fry. This is just sort of cutting these up into what
Yeah, the
sizes?
secret is with stir fry is basically
Prep.
small pieces. Yeah, have everything ready with a stir fry, so nice and thinly sliced like that.
Okay.
Do it. All that, and the pepper exactly the same.
OK, you happy with that? You
Yep.
comfortable with a knife? Really
And
slowly.
quarter of an onion
Just
like
take
that,
your
and all the
time.
pepper can be like
Really
that.
take
Take
your
me a
time.
bit longer than...
Yeah, I know, but very slowly. I don't want you to cut yourself, all right? And that's going to get a little bit wobbly. OK?
Yeah.
There you go. And of course, our James here is a Guinness World Record champion, so he's used to chopping things fast.
That's
There
it,
we
yeah,
are.
chopping carrots.
Yeah. Now, what's happening there?
A little bit more
How
of that.
much
Got the
cheese did you
in.
actually put in there?
I've used half of that, so about maybe 3-4 ounces, something like that.
OK,
The
just
rest
to
of
give
it I might
everybody an
use.
idea. That's
top.
OK. Couple of nice pieces of cheese there that he's cooked down, and the onions and the, as you said, the garlic, the cream, everything's in there, and he's just going to let that come up to a really nice half boil.
So this one,
Lovely,
really simple.
lovely flavours in
We're just
there.
going to marinate our bit of beef, a little bit of soyanes, if you can get a bit of soy sauce,
yeah,
honey,
absolutely.
and some sesame. That would be great.
OK, sesame oil, soy sauce.
Yeah.
OK, sesame soy. There we are.
So I actually just, I mean, it's a real
And what
simple
about
little marinade.
marinating then, James? Ideally, how long would you actually marinate
Well,
it for?
rump steak, I mean, it's nice and tender anyway nowadays.
Yeah.
Rump steak, probably about an hour really if you had time. But just to increase a little bit of flavour, so a touch of soy sauce, a little bit of sesame, touch of honey, and that's it. Just leave it sitting there for a little bit, and that'll
OK,
go
I
perfectly
bought
well
some
with that.
sesame seeds for later on.
We'll put that in
Chef.
later. That'd be great.
OK, that's all come together. Remember, we've already got that chocolate sponge in the oven, ladies and gentlemen, and we've included lots of lovely, all the cashew nuts in there. And you could use other types of nuts too, couldn't you?
You could do, yeah. Brazil nuts are really nice with that.
Brazil nuts. What about things that people probably have in their larder, like hazelnuts and...
Hazelnut's perfect, absolutely perfect with chocolate, of course. This is show you a quick chocolate sauce that normally people make with
Roll
cream.
that over there like that. There you go. Carry on.
This is a better way of making chocolate sauce. You take...
I'm worried about her fingers. That's enough, love. Don't chop that anymore. Don't give her too much chopping. All right, darling? I like my onions nice and white, not red. Don't worry, Kim.
Chocolate sauce, sugar, water and cocoa powder. Instead of using double cream, creates a shiny chocolate sauce instantly. That's a really quick way of making a sauce.
Allow that to
Small and
reduce
nice,
down.
yeah.
Quick, nice and simple and easy chocolate sauce. I'm coming back to talk to you later. Thanks very much indeed. When we go back over there, we'll be looking at pepper steaks, but at the moment, we're talking about crab meat here. We're going to make some crab cakes. The chef's also got some beautiful little bit of a... what's happening here then, Chef? This is the salad that you're referring to?
Yeah, and you don't stir it till the last minute.
You like to wind me right up, you do. There you go.
In there, I've got pineapple, spring onions, the white crab meat, a little bit of dried chilli, crab meat. We're going to put lime juice and then our cooked rice here.
OK.
Which is actually nearly cooked now, so we'll just...
OK, do you want to sieve that off?
Cool that down. Yeah.
He's rushing around, isn't it? The chefs,
is.
they don't absolutely stop. I'm telling you, my darling. So how long have you actually known Kim down there? She's obviously quite... There's a 10-year gap.
She was 8 years old when I met her. Yeah,
As
and a
young as
brownie.
that. And what was she like as a little youngster then? Was she mischievous?
No, she was a very good girl.
Yeah.
Very good girl.
And what's the secret of your relationship then? You know, 10-year gap. I've got friends who are married to people. There's a 15-year gap and stuff like that. Or 20 years. It doesn't really make that much difference if the chemistry's there. What do you think keeps you two alive then?
Family. I adore her family. She adores my family.
Does she used to come and babysit your children?
She still does.
Oh, really? Really? Oh, well, tell us, there must be some stories connected with that.
She's free.
Yeah? Is she really good?
She's good, and she doesn't charge me anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to take her out for dinner.
I do once in a while.
I know, and you lot like retail therapy. So
We
what do you
do.
buy and what does she... What's your kind of thing that you like to buy?
I love jeans.
Yeah.
Anything
Jeans.
denim.
Really?
Yeah.
You really into jeans? What do you got, 5 or 6 pairs of
Oh,
jeans?
no, 40 to 50 pairs.
40, 50?
I do.
Did you hear that, Tone?
Yeah.
50 pairs of jeans.
I've got one.
What do you do with 50 pairs of jeans?
Some are like warm, some are long, some are short, some
Yeah.
are baggy, some are tight. It just depends what mood I'm in.
Fantastic, good for you. All right, and Kim, I've got to ask you, so you go out with her, she buys jeans. What do you like to buy?
Jeans too, but shoes as well.
Shoes. And how many pairs of shoes have you got?
I think about 40-ish. I don't really count anymore because...
So you lose track. So you could well have 100 in that cupboard and you just don't know.
Maybe.
Half of them are just thrown at the back. It's a woman's prerogative,
It is,
isn't it?
it is,
Yeah, I know that. I think a bit of shopping's
Just
really
cut
good.
those in half. Just
OK,
trim
we're having
the
some
end of the stalk
shiitake
off,
mushrooms chopped
and then
up at the moment,
just
ladies and
in half
gentlemen.
like that.
Do you particularly like shiitake mushrooms, Tony? Has it got a...
Yeah, I quite like them. I just wish I hadn't have hollowed out this bread
Why is that, Chef?
because I said I'd do them on toast.
Hey, do you want a bit of James's bread? He
Yeah,
cooked some of your
yeah,
rice,
lovely,
didn't he?
thank you.
All right then, Chef, I'll grab a bit of this for you. All right, a couple bits of toast on the way.
You know when you're thinking so far ahead so quickly and
Yeah, you just kind of rip it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, that's what we do here. And is that to make their fish cakes?
That's the
is it,
fish cakes which I'm going to start cooking now.
Yeah.
And in there I've got the brown crab meat.
Yeah.
I've got some chilli, spring onions. I've got some ground ginger, the breadcrumbs, and salt and pepper, and that's it. And then I'm just going to heat this pan up.
OK,
I'm
shall I
gonna
just shove
shake
that in the oven?
Yeah,
for now,
that would be
Chef?
great.
OK,
If
then.
you do that.
Lovely. We'll just pop this on a tray into the oven. You're going to use your oven for anything, Tone?
I might just whack the crab cakes in there once I've got a bit
well,
of colour
I'll
on
just
them.
pop this on the grill there and turn that up so that's nice and high at the moment. So keep an eye on that. OK, now we've got a lovely bisque. Now, something unusual because it normally takes a long time to cook. You put all your shells and everything in there and you sweat them down and onions and some garlic and everything, don't you, Tony? It's a very slow process.
It's a lovely, lovely soup.
OK.
But it does take a long time. And when I used to work for Nico, we used to make a crab bisque and the passing it, we used to strain it through 3 different types of strainers. First to get rid of all the big shells and then little bits get through and it gets gritty, so you pass it through again and again. And it really is a long job when you make it, but it's so satisfying at the end because you finish up with something fantastic.
So tell us how you've done the quick version for everybody then.
The quick version here, we just got all the big bulk of the brown meat in there. We sweated off some of the...
Stir first. You might need to touch
let me just have those mushrooms. We sweated off some of the spring onions with a bit of garlic.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of tomato puree, some of the tin tomatoes in there, some red wine, and then I just finished it off. You could add fish stock if you want, but there's so much flavour in there. Just a little bit of water. It should be thick.
Lovely.
Nice
And you'll
gonna
strain
finish it
that
with
off
some
into
cream.
a bowl, will you?
And yeah, we'll strain that off, and then you would normally finish it with brandy and cream. We'll just finish it with cream today.
Beautiful. OK, Chef, and we've got the rice over here, so we're going to
That's
strain
lovely.
some of that
That's
off.
gonna, yeah,
All
just
right
a bit of that into my salad.
And what are you doing with your rice pudding there, Siobhan? Did you make that from start to finish?
Yeah, we started it with milk.
Yeah.
Milk and vanilla. Now we need to add some sugar to it, which
Yeah.
is somewhere, but I can't see it. I'll put it down somewhere.
Get
See it.
There you go.
We'll
OK.
just sweeten that up now a little bit. It's got vanilla in there, and then we've just added a little bit of double cream and reduced that down at the end. That rice.
Lovely. OK, all sorts of things happening here. We've also got the shiitake with a bit of chilli there being salted off, the rice pudding. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, put that back on the heat. Just let that finish off. And let's find out what things are happening down here in the red tomato kitchen. Now, when I left before, the peppered steak wasn't on. How much pepper do you actually put on that steak?
I just saute off. I'll just put the pepper in first and really crust it up, really, and that's
All right,
about,
so that's
it.
more ground pepper as opposed to nuggets, isn't it?
Yeah, rather than that, yeah.
OK.
Just leave it like that, and then hopefully
OK, we've got the lovely sponge that's come together.
our cake should come out.
All right, then, and we've got a stir-fry here. This is the beef. Looking fantastic there. Very, very hot wok, that's the idea. Look at that. Ah, it's brilliant. OK, there we are. OK, so we've got a chocolate there. We've got the little orange pieces. 4 minutes to go. Shall I bung all these onions and everything in
Yes,
for you,
please,
Chef?
mate. Cheers.
There we are. Pick up all that, darling. Throw that here. Take us over. That's it. Push that all in there for me. Go on, there we are. Lovely.
And the
So,
garlic.
whilst you were at university, am I right in saying you looked at more cookery books than actual school books?
I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
When it kind of came to our exams, we tended to try and think of excuses why not to study, and we'd think about dinner parties and, yeah, what we could all make and getting the girls round for a nice dinner.
And do you like to hold dinner parties now? Is there something-
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
good. Any disasters or anything that goes wrong? Because
Yeah.
it's quite adventurous, isn't it? I don't care what anybody says. Actually, doing a dinner party is...
Yeah, because you always try and do something more than you normally would when you
Yeah.
have a dinner party. But at university, me and another friend were cooking for a bunch of us girls, and started on the wine a little too early and ended up burning everything and having to buy takeaway for everybody. So
And people never let you forget,
that was
do
a
they?
memorable disaster.
People
No.
never let you forget. Every time you invite them to dinner after that, they say, "What we're going to be burnt offerings or something."
Absolutely, I know.
Oh, wonderful! Lovely talking to you. Okay, then we've got some egg fry rice.
Bit of egg
Very
fried
quick
rice.
egg fry rice.
Right,
We've
can you whip me
got
up some
3
double
minutes to
cream,
go.
please? Some double cream
Okay,
in the
double
fridge.
cream. You grab the double cream. I'll grab the bowl for you. There you go. There we are. Now, what about that dauphinoise, Chef? Where's that?
It's under the grill at the moment.
It's under the grill at the moment. All right.
Do we need
then,
all
there
of
we
it,
are.
the double cream?
Half of it would be great.
There you go.
It's under the grill at the
Beautiful,
moment.
and we've got that lovely shiny chocolate sauce there. You can see that, ladies and gentlemen. If I can get this uncoiled here, we might have an
beef off.
idea. There we are, my darling. We're
Yes.
going to be ages there. Pop, pop,
Oh,
pop, pop
okay.
that in there. And just go
Very
up and
easy
down
way.
with that. There you go. And round that will get it. Keep going round and round. Up and around and round. Not too much
gonna
up and
end up
down.
covered in
That's
it.
it. Round and round. You'll be all right. There you go. Oh dear. There we are. I'm getting cream all over me. We've got stir-fried things happening here. The dauphinoise is where, Chef?
Dauphinoise is under the grill, Ian, so I've just topped it with the remaining bit of cheese,
Okay.
and that'll go under the grill.
And that's baking away beautiful.
We've got cream
Okay,
going
then.
everywhere.
2 minutes to go. And also we've got the courgettes. So many of us just want to sauce chef courgettes quite plainly. What have you done with yours here,
These
Chef?
have got chilli and lemon and finished off with pesto at the end. Really simple little dish, this.
But very flavoursome.
Really, really
making a mess.
flavoursome.
Yeah.
Taste of
No,
Italy.
you're not.
lovely.
You're fine, darling. Here you go. Look. See that? Look. See there?
Yeah, you're covering us.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to get it really going for you really quick. OK, 1.5 minutes to go now. Oh, no, it's all over me. Well, you've got the apron on. You're right. Here. There you go. Right, then, go on, finish that off. That's it. Tilt that away and away you go. And you can finish it off with the whipping any second now. Here we go. All right, they're looking good. Are you nice and comfortable here,
I am,
Siobhan?
fine.
Hey, look at that. Pineapple's
Yeah,
looking
smells
really good and
fantastic.
interesting. Do you cook well for the kids?
I try.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice and healthy food, yeah?
I do try, yeah, and they eat most of it, so
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky.
Oh, fantastic. Time's absolutely flying ahead. Look at those fish cakes. Don't they look delicious? We've also got the rice pudding there. Looking great. Tony's just filling that up as we speak at the moment. OK, then. And we've got that lovely pineapple that's going to be cascading on top. OK, now, ladies and gentlemen, I've told you this before. You are voting for what the chefs did with the ingredients they were given. All right, about 35 seconds now, gentlemen. Start thinking about that. Have they impressed you? What have
me a
they
sprig
done
of
with the
mint.
ingredients? Have
Sprig of
they
mint.
kind of used it in a really good way? All right, here we go. About 25 seconds now. Here we go. A little bit of cream being sort of popped on the top there. Everything's looking absolutely luscious. Wow, just whack that on your thighs, as they say. OK, ladies and gentlemen, let's count them down, shall we? You ready for this? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Cricket! Where did that time go? Unbelievable, eh? Very, very good. To remind you of what our chef started with, Tobin had dressed crab, pineapple, rice, shiitake mushrooms, a small tin of tomatoes and some spring onions, whilst James Martin had drumsteak, Desiree potatoes, brie, cashew nuts, courgettes, a red pepper and a large onion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it smells absolutely fabulous, whether you like meat or fish. It's all here, and it just looks so good. Do you think so? Yeah? OK, pick up your cutlery, have a bit of a try, because there's an awful lot for you to get in there.
Yes.
Now, Tone, what are you going to call it?
Oh, with these two, there's only one name to call it. These dressed friends are crabulous.
Very nice indeed. Give a round of applause.
Wow, thank you.
And what did you do with your ingredients, chef?
OK, we got our rice on to boil, first of all, in two pans. One just in a little bit of salted water and one in some milk with some vanilla. And once the rice was cooked, we cooled it down and we just mixed this through. We separated our white crab meat from the brown. There wasn't enough white, to be honest, but we've got that through there with some pineapple and chilies and spring onions and lime juice and olive oil. It's very refreshing, isn't it? Then with the brown crab meat, we mixed again the spring onions through, some dried chilli, some ground ginger and some breadcrumbs, and we fried those off. And then I made, out of some caster sugar, dried chilies and white wine vinegar, we made like a chilli syrup there, which kind of really goes well with the crabs. The rest of the brown crab meat we put into a pan with some little bit of garlic and spring onions. You sweated them down with some tomato, the tinned tomatoes, added some red wine, a little bit of water, and just let that cook down. Blitzed it up, and that makes that beautiful bisque. And the shiitakes we fried in lots of butter and garlic, and then I had a little bit of the tinned tomato left at the end, which we just finished it off on toast. The rice pudding we served with this pineapple, which we actually chopped up and marinated in caster sugar, and then just fried it off, and it all caramelizes nice at the end.
Yeah.
And that will just clear
waiting
the
for the
palate.
verdict. OK, the New England verdict is...
That is absolutely wonderful.
There you go. She thinks it's all wonderful. Well done, Tony.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, Kimmy, now you've got a
I
lot to
started
live up
already.
to over there.
Already.
Have you really? Are you getting stuck in love? Look, half of it's gone.
I know. Let's make it look like it's...
God, dear. Will you continue to eat them? I normally have to encourage them, don't I? What are you going to call it, chef?
With these friends, two's a company, bree's a crowd.
Yeah, all right. Go on, yeah, go on. OK, and what did you do with your brie and all the other bits?
What do we do? Well, first thing first, we made a chocolate cake, basically. She's not bothered with this, but anyway, we've made a chocolate cake. Chocolate, cashew nut and orange cake, baked in the oven rather than in the microwave, baked in the oven so it's nice and soft. Whipped cream on the top. Lovely little sponge cake with cashew nuts inside, chocolate sauce to go on there, lovely cooked in the centre. We did egg fried rice, because Tony kindly lent me some rice, just stir-fried with some coriander, a little bit of soy in there at the end, with a little beef stir-fry. We did classic sort of peppered beef, simple little courgettes with a little bit of chilli, lemon, a bit of pesto at the end, and then a classic sort of duff and mashed potatoes, which I think is your favourite, or you prefer that?
That's both mine and Siobhan's favourite potatoes.
You like that, though, instead?
Yeah, I'd be quite happy to stick with that. But
Really?
all of the...
Should have brought chocolate then, shouldn't you?
I think they're the best of friends, but how long will that last? Is it going to be a green pepper day or a red tomato one? Let's find out as we ask the audience, please, vote now. And up they go. This is very close. Wow. Would you believe there is one more... Green pepper! Thank you, my darling. Congratulations, £100 spending money there for you. I'm sure that'll buy you a few more pairs of jeans.
Well, I was going to buy my daughter a new football kit and her teammates.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks so much for coming along. Well done to you too, Tony.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Well, there you go. She gets the football kit, but you get all the lovely food, so
Lovely.
you can continue your dinner party
Yeah.
with a delightful Ready Steady Cook hamper, all sorts of lovely stuff in
Lovely.
there.
Yeah,
you enjoyed
great.
yourself today?
I have, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
been
very
great.
much for coming along and
Thank
sharing all
you.
your stories. It's
a pleasure.
Well done, chef.
No problem.
Always a pleasure. Come and join us over here. Yeah, there's more food on the way. We don't just stop here. There's a 10-minute quickie. Let's say a very big thank you. Best of mates,
Thank you.
Kim and Siobhan. OK, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a light bag this afternoon. It's very, very light. And we've got some soda files in here. Oh, Mr. Rankin will be very happy. Good old classic Irish soda files. Baby spinach. We've got Parmesan cheese. We've got some. Oh, these are kind of a roasted veg. Yeah, peppers, artichokes, and some little baby onions there. Pitted black olives and a red onion. Gentlemen, it looks yummy. But James, you have first bite of the roasted onion.
Roasted onion. What can we do? I'd probably do some little tapenade maybe with these, toasted. We could do a little spinach salad, turn these into croutons, with some chunky bits of parmesan, and probably do a pizza.
And a pizza too.
Yeah, roasted sort of veg pizza.
Lovely. OK, and of course perhaps a little base of spinach with that. Tony?
I think with the roasted vegetables, maybe a frittata, like a big baked omelette kind of thing. Well, we wouldn't bake it because we wouldn't have time, but... and then some crispy croutons of the soda file, but then we'd make like a cheese sauce, grate the parmesan and just whisk it into some double cream like a fondue and just pour that over big, thick croutons, so when you eat it, it's like sort of lovely. And then... my mother being Irish, I'd fry some off and just put a nice fried egg on top of that. Spinach soup, spinach salad, spinach sandwich, spinach, you know.
There you go.
Why don't you just give them them?
Well. Both our chefs came up with some lovely dishes, but the audience that decide. What are they going to go for? Red tomatoes, green peppers? Let's find out. Will you all please vote now? And up they go, and a little kid down there going... Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Eh? And most of them are thinking that. It's a red tomato. Let's get cooking, James. And your 10 minutes cooking time, sir, starts now. What can we do for
So
you?
if you can do the fried egg thing, that I quite like the idea of.
Right.
Great.
OK, what can I do for you, chef?
You can do hollandaise sauce and a poached egg. So we're going to do
Okay.
like eggs Benedict. That'd be great.
All right, and what about you then, chef? What are you starting off
I'm
with?
just
Oh,
going
dear.
to make a little pizza dough. Really simple.
A little pizza.
Yeah. Let's start it off
OK,
first.
come on out, you come on.
Nice
Let's get
and
some vinegar in there. OK, and I'm also going to do a little bit of a vinegar reduction too here.
So, simple little pizza. I'm going to cook it on that sort of crepe pan as well, because it'll cook much quicker.
OK.
But,
OK, tell us how you're going to make that then, chef.
well, normally, obviously, you'd have a lot longer to make pizza dough, but really, really simple. I've just used a little bit of salt, a little bit of plain flour, touch of water. Going to roll it out nice and thin,
Beautiful. OK.
and then we're going to pop it onto our crepe pan. A little bit of, there we go, a little bit of tomato puree, that sort of
Okay.
stuff.
1 minute gone already then, chef. OK.
So,
I'm going to make a few sort of peppercorns here, guys. When you're making that kind of reduction for your hollandaise, you want to get a little bit of flavour in there. So a little bit of crushed peppercorns and some stalks. A bit of tarragon. There you go. Crush. I'm putting that in there. I should have put it in there. There you go. We're going to have peppercorns in there and all, chef. There we are. And a few
so
stalks.
a little bit of that.
There we are. That's it. A bit of tarragon.
Thank you very much. Chef.
That's it. Lovely. There we are. Now, hollandaise sauce, guys, is...
It's basically similar to making mayonnaise, but with butter.
All right, then.
So mayonnaise would be with olive oil. You're going to make it with butter.
There you
Thickens
go.
up.
Lovely. Just going to reduce that down.
And the
That's it,
difference
just
between
lovely.
mayonnaise and salad cream
Yeah,
is
what's the
instead of a raw egg, you're using a boiled egg.
Yeah.
So basically,
That's quite cool, because then once you're cooking out with a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
You actually start to cook it out. OK, we've got the butter. Who's going to melt that down? Oh, I see. That's it. And you just fit that in there. And the tomato paste is...
tomato paste is just obviously just as a base, really, but instead of using cheese, and we'll take all of our lovely charcoal veg. These are great, actually. You can get these in sort of delis and supermarkets now, but no, it's a wonderful little snack.
And you normally start that off in the oven a little bit more with that pizza base, would you, or not, chef?
Yeah, we've just got a hot pan on it anyway, so it should eat up nicely. It's that.
Beautiful. OK.
More of our
Fabulous.
cheese.
How are you getting on down there, Tone?
Flying.
Flying.
Fine. Yeah, just getting on
No,
with it.
flying. I'm flying. I've grated my cheese.
You're
I've
flying.
I've got my bread in the pan frying off. One round disc for you, I believe. I've got my croutons ready to start frying up. I need my egg out, and I'm there.
Beautiful. OK.
Boom, straight in the oven.
All right, I'll put that straight into my
That's
we'll
that.
pop that there. All
So
right.
I'm going to make a little bit of tapenade and a little bit of pesto, I think, for this one.
Okay.
So I'll wilt down a little bit of spinach for you. I'll do that.
2 eggs, chef, enough?
2 eggs, I think, will be plenty.
Okay.
James. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
There
So
we
quick and
are.
a little bit of tapenade. That we'll probably put with our little bit of pizza as well. Just that.
Okay.
Some people say you need
Some
to put
garlic?
just a touch, sliver of garlic.
Okay.
Some people put capers and all that sort of thing, anchovies. I just want a tiny, tiny little bit of garlic, some olive oil, and that's it. Really, just a little bit of garlic.
There we are. A little bit of reduction. There you can sit. As it reduces down, you get that lovely syrupy consistency. That's what we're looking for. And that's going to go on top of our egg yolks. There we are. That's it. Introduce that lovely flavour there. That's it. Just let that blitz down a little bit. And then we can start to get our melted butter on there at any moment now.
Ideally, when you're making this, though, you should clarify it, bring it to the boil, leave it off, and then all the salt and the sediment go down to the bottom, and you just use the top layer.
Okay.
But we ain't got time to do that. Never have time to do that.
I thought you'd say something like that. Okay, 6 minutes to go.
Right.
Okay, do you want the egg completely cooled? No, I think we'll just poach the egg and put it straight on the top.
Just straight on top, Ain't
Okay,
great.
chef,
Yeah.
no problem.
So, Ton, cheese sauce, mate. You've got a little bit of cheese left over here if you want a bit.
Yeah, I've got some, but I might need it.
So let's get this on. And I've got a quickie question here for you, gentlemen.
Fire away.
All right, and it comes courtesy of Ronnie Winton. This is via email. I do encourage people, yes, you can contact us via email. You can send us a letter through the post. It's totally left up to you. And Ronnie says, can you explain why cheese sauce separates from cauliflower?
Speak to Tony, because it's about to happen.
Oh, Tone, did you hear that?
No, it is. It's Parmesan cheese. All to do with the fat content, I think. I don't know about you, Tone, but... and also cheese at the last minute. But if it does split, an egg yolk, right at the final end, should bring it together.
He's ignoring you. He's standing there sort of falling, going away. All right then, guys. Cauliflower cheese, I think they're absolutely right now, Ronnie. I think when you're making up that roux, sometimes people like to make a roux first. A roux meaning butter and flour. You mix the butter and flour together. You do need to cook it out a little bit. Some people tend to add the milk a little bit too quickly. And, of course, then you've got to you have a high fat content. When it comes to boil, it's going to separate. OK? And then you've got to put the cheese inside there too. So there's loads of different facts. He's absolutely right. I think too much of a high fat content, it can separate. It shouldn't. Make sure you get the consistency right and follow a recipe in the book or something like that, or check out our website.
I mean, you can make a simple one just by boiling cream, take it off the heat, add in the cheese and whisking it. Salt, pepper, a little bit of mustard, egg yolk, done. Look at that! Look at what he's done.
And it looks like that. He's doing it perfectly over there.
But it's really straightforward.
OK. Now, blitzing down here, a bit of hollandaise sauce, and hoping this is all going to kind of blend together beautifully. 4 minutes to go, guys. And gradually, and you can see me, I'm gradually adding the hot butter to it, OK? You don't just pour it in one go, otherwise it will actually split, a bit similar to Ronnie's cauliflower cheese that he's referring to. So very gradually just add your butter to it, and that will all sort of come together. And we'll have a nice hollandaise sauce. It shouldn't split at all. And the vinegar also helps. There you go. That's all really blending together beautifully.
You can use that for a base as well. There's so many classic dishes that you can use that for.
OK,
put
chef.
orange in it.
Orange, that's right. You can grate a little bit of orange. You want a little orange-flavoured hollandaise here?
You could, I mean, I would do that with a little bit of probably salmon more than what we're doing with
fish thing.
With the egg, but it's a little bit of butter just in there, ain't it?
OK, and as you can see, the sediment that he was referring to, I'm just going to put a little butter in there, and there's the rest of it there, that kind of milky, I don't want to pour it all over the cooker there, that milky substance, all right? You don't necessarily need that. We don't want to include that in there at all. OK, 3 minutes to go now, guys. There you go. That's perfect.
Lovely.
Really happy with
that. We want that egg.
OK, happy? One poached egg, chef, going in there now.
Right. So we've got
right,
pesto,
I'm just swirling this around, OK, just to bring the album of the egg together. Just swirl that around in the pan. All right, and in that goes. That's it, and that holds that all together perfectly. Got a few peppercorns in there too. Tony, tell us what you're doing down there, chef.
We've made some really chunky, like big soda foil croutons, OK? And then I've just... I started them off in a bit of olive oil, and then I've finished them with a couple of big knobs of butter, so then they really start to suck it in, so you've got olive oil and butter in there. My other piece I've just left whole, just cut it in half, fried it very gently in some olive oil, and I've fried a couple of eggs off here and just seasoned them with some salt and pepper. That is just breakfast. Fantastic.
Okay, my poached eggs there is coming together
In my
beautifully.
pan here, I boiled my cream, added some mustard, put the grated cheese in just as James said, and it just thickens up.
Lovely. And do you put cocktail sticks in there, Tone, and just pick it up and...
Use your fingers, mate.
Use your fingers, there you go. All right then, totally left up to you what you're going to do. OK, a little bit of sautéed spinach going there, Chef.
Just a little bit of sautéed spinach. I'm going to use these just left over just to garnish all the way around the edge, really, just nice and simple. We've got a little bit of our oil here, tapenade, nice and simple.
OK.
Place that around the edge.
There we are.
Spinach.
There we are, spinach there, Chef. You've got a spoon. That's OK.
I always sauté spinach. I don't know about you, Tone. I never boil it anymore.
No, absolutely not. No need.
It absorbs too much water, I think. But
OK, just a little bit
a little
there,
bit of
Chef.
that. So
OK, lovely.
that can then sit over the top.
OK, and we're nearly at that minute now, Chef.
So
And
then
look
the
at
egg
that.
just goes.
That's beautiful. Just the one egg I've done here, Chef. Is that all
That'll
right?
be lovely. Thank you. And then obviously we've got our...
There we are. Lovely. Just generally, just lovely, and a few peppercorns in there that I put in there by mistake. So we're just going to knock a few of those off. You don't mind a few peppercorns in there, do you, Chef?
That's all right, mate.
OK, mate, and that's going to be nestled on the top here. There you go. Pull off a few of those peppercorns. That's OK.
Hot pan and seat. Hot
There
pan
you
and
go.
seat.
And we've got that lovely hollandaise sauce, just to kind of drizzle on top. You've got that, Chef?
Yeah, I've got it
You've
here.
got it in the bowl. OK, there we are.
So what I do
All right,
with
about
this-
40 seconds to go now.
Just before you serve it, just break the yolk like that
OK, just look at that. The yolk just beginning to ooze there a little bit.
over the
And
top.
that just nestles on there like that. Look at that.
Classic.
Absolutely.
Bit of bacon, great breakfast little dish. That.
There you go. Come and join us over here, Tone, and that's it. We've got the lovely tapenade there. Look, and that can accompany, and that can go along there. And look at that. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Cooking! Okay, look at this, eh? Great looking nosh you want to get stuck into. Well done, guys. But what about a name, James?
5 dishes in 10 minutes. It's a pizza cake.
Very good. All right, mate. Now, tell us what you did then, James.
What
went
did we
in
do, first of all? Well, first thing, we made our lovely little hollandaise, which you did. Great reduction. Melted butter got in there, cool it down, blend it with egg yolks. Great poached eggs. Cut it just like that. Classic sort of eggs Benedict. Really, really simple. Pizza. Just made a simple little pizza dough. Salt, flour, a little bit of water. Mixed up, lay it out. Tomato puree. If you've got cheese on the top, we just had parmesan. It would melt nicely with mozzarella. Roasted veg over the top. Simple little tapenade. And then Tone. Fantastic.
Tone, lovely little... The files are really lovely, aren't they? Just toasted off. Really
So
nice
easy
and
to do, and
crunchy.
this is great pre-dinner food on a really cold winter's night. You just do that. It's so simple. The kids will love it as well.
Kids will love it too. And I've got to say, guys, you see soda files in your, whether you go to your supermarket or sometimes into your bakery, have a go at them. They're really lovely. It's a cross between like a normal loaf and a bit of a brioche. It's a beautiful taste, and you can fry it off and you can pop an eggs on top with a bit of bacon. It really makes a lovely, lovely breakfast. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you've missed any of the recipes, do check out CFAX or indeed our website, which is bbc.co.uk/food. Until next time, from Tone, James and myself, take care. See you on Really Silly Cooking.